How are you guys doing this week? We are celebrating Palm Sunday this week. We are into Holy Week. I can't believe it. Easter is just around the corner. So I wanted to share with you this week a story, and I wanted to tell it to you from the perception of Easter eggs, because everybody loves Easter eggs. So we're going to tell our Easter story, our resurrection story, through the use of our eggs. So we're going to start with our dark blue egg. And this starts Palm Sunday. And this is a donkey. On Palm Sunday, Jesus told his disciples to go in to Jerusalem and that they would find a donkey tied up. They were to bring it back to him, and he rode in on that donkey as people laid down palm leaves and coats and cloaks to make the ride smoother for Jesus. Then we have our pink egg. And in our pink egg, there are 3 silver coins. Those coins represent Judas betraying Jesus, giving up his location and saying, this is what this is worth to me. So there are 3 gold coins, or silver coins, I'm sorry. Next in our story is our light purple egg, and we find a cup, like a wine chalice that we use for communion. Because on the night that Jesus was arrested, he celebrated the Last Supper with his disciples, breaking bread, drinking wine. And that is where we get our tradition of communion. Later that night, he took some disciples and they went up on a mountain, and Jesus was praying. So we have praying hands in our orange egg. Jesus was praying, and he wanted his disciples to stay awake, but they kept sleeping on him. This is where Jesus was arrested, was while he was praying. Next, we have our green Easter egg, and in it is a whip. And there's a whip because Pontius Pilate took Jesus and flogged him later that evening. In our next egg, which is our yellow egg, we have the rooster. Ooh, he's running away. We have the rooster. And we have a rooster because Jesus had told his disciple that he would betray him 3 times before the rooster crowed. Roosters crow in the morning. So he would deny him 3 times, saying, I don't know who he is. I don't follow him. He is not my king. Our next egg is our light orange egg. Oh, and in here is a crown of thorns. There you go. I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a crown of thorns. And that is what they put on Jesus. They made him a crown of thorns to mock him, to mock that he was the king. And it was of thorns because it would hurt. Our light green egg is a cross made of nails because we remember that Jesus was nailed to a cross. This is how he died. He died nailed to a cross, just like the cross above me. And that is a very important thing. So our dark purple egg still makes a little noise. It is a staff. So we use a staff because when a staff or a spear, the soldiers use this to stab Jesus in the side to ensure that he really was gone. And we'll close. Our light blue egg, so pretty. Let's see what's in this one. Oh, this one has a linen cloth because after Jesus died on the cross, the women decided they wanted to bury him. And they took the linen cloth and covered his whole body in it. That's kind of some of their burial process. And they also, when they went to the tomb 3 days later, they found the linens nicely folded. So after they buried him in the tomb, they rolled a really big rock in front of it. Very heavy, very not, very difficult to move. And yet, on the third day, the stone was rolled away, and everyone was in shock. So on the third day, the stone was rolled away, and the tomb was empty. So our white egg represents resurrection, because it's empty, just like the tomb was empty. And during that time, the women were very scared because they went to visit him and he wasn't there. But there was an angel there saying that he had risen again and to not be afraid. And that is such a cool thing for us, to know that Christ rises again. He is with us all the time. I hope that you guys have a wonderful Easter weekend, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. I hope that you're doing well. Have a good week.